Everybody, Eric Monroe again, financial advisor and employee benefit consultant. I'm into part 3 of my 5-part series on annuities. Actually, I did a supplemental to start this series talking about the common characteristics of annuities. Maybe you should start there if you like and then jump into some of these others if they're of interest. But right now I'm talking about indexed annuities. Indexed annuities are very, very interesting. Really the basics for an indexed annuity is somebody looking for downside protection, yet participate in the upside of the marketplace. And so the index annuity really works like this. There is a floor, typically 0. In New York, actually the floor is 1%. Outside New York, the floor is 0. And then they cap you on the upside. So let's say the cap is 10%. And this is how it works. You choose an index. Most of the time it's the S&P 500. But sometimes it could be the Russell 2000, it could be an international index. It depends on the insurance company and how they design their contract. But the concept is the same regardless of the index that you use. So really what you do is you look at typically a point-to-point 1 year in that contract. What is that index when you start? What is that index a year from now? If that index is down, this contract does not force you into a loss. If the market goes up or that index goes up, you are capped on the gain. So it's a give and take. You're capped on the upside to totally limit your downside. So for example, if the market goes down 20% in that year, you get a 0 credit on your annuity that year. Or again, if you're in New York, you get a 1% credit. If the market is up 20%, you're capped at 10. So your contract only gets credited 10%. So this is great for somebody who definitely does not want to handle any downside risk at all, but still wants to have some potential for the upside risk. Not like the variable annuity where you don't know what's going to happen every year. Not like the fixed annuity where it's pretty low because it's secure, but maybe something in between. Again, very limited downside risk and a cap on the upside, but still being able to participate at a decent level on most contracts. Now that cap changes every year. So the first year, maybe it's 10. The next year, maybe it's 9. The next year, maybe you're back up at 10 again. And so every year that resets. So that's something to be aware of. And it could reset for the length of the contract. Let's say it's a 7-year contract. So for the next 7 years, every year your rate's going to change. And depending on what happens in the marketplace, your credit to that annuity is going to change as well. But this is appropriate for people that have regular money that they've already paid tax on, that they're investing, that they want the tax deferral status of an annuity. They think that's really, advantageous for them. Perhaps they're in a higher tax bracket. Or for somebody who really wants to protect the downside but participate on the upside. And so they want that, the best of both worlds, of course. They want no downside and all the upside that they can get. So I think this is pretty close to what you might be able to get in that scenario. And then again, for money that you haven't paid tax on, IRA money, 401k rollover money, maybe a pension distribution buyout, you could roll those kind of monies in here as well. So it's a really interesting contract and something to put in the mix if you're looking for annuities. So hopefully this helps. Again, the first supplemental video is going to talk a little bit more about the characteristics. Definitely educate yourself on that. Hopefully you'll like this one about the indexed annuities. But coming up, the structured annuity is really cool. A little different spin on that. Hopefully you'll check that out as well. But again, I'm here to help. Hopefully this video was doing that. Please comment on it. Let me know what you think. Absolutely share if there's other people out there that you think would be helped with this information. So again, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon.